we have to secure our financial future. And we, as older adults, have to ensure that we have a way to earn income as we age. All right, it's another day. I was up this morning at 8:30, had a shoot at 10. I had some iPad problems, software updating, uh, things that kind of held me back. But I broke my iPad last week. It was an iPad Air 2, an older iPad, still a great iPad for what I use it for. I use an iPad attached to the Cam Ranger. So the Cam Ranger is what I use to shoot. And then today I had a shoot at 10. I shot for a designer. Here's some of those photos right here. Anyway, I was on site shooting for this designer. I used the 12 millimeter today on the Canon EOS R. I tried to use it on the RP, but for one reason or another, it wasn't firing. And this is a full manual lens, so you have to make adjustments in the menu, but it wasn't working on the RP. I shot half of the assignment on the RP, and then today I switched over to the R, and I shot the remainder of the shoot. I think there was about maybe 13 photos. I shot it with primarily, well, all of it actually on the 16 to 35. A lot of it was shot at 28 and 24 millimeters. So those photos will now be processed. This iPad is a Gen 5 from 2022. I bought it as a refurbished unit from Amazon. And then getting it up and running was a challenge. It had died all the way completely. I used ChatGPT, and I went through several troubleshooting steps. They wanted me to tap the volume down and the volume up button and then hold the power button, which wasn't working. The system wasn't booting. Well, eventually Chat suggested I plug it into another device and see if it's recognized. I plugged it into my MacBook. That gave it enough juice to actually boot and give me the Apple insignia yesterday. And I really needed this. I could have shot with my broken faced iPad. There's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't want the possibility of getting a shard in my client's hand, or them getting, because many times my clients will actually handle the iPad, and they'll actually hold it and look at it and adjust help me adjust the shot. They'll adjust furniture and things like that. It's a great tool. Really, it makes shooting much easier when you're working with these types of clients. So, solved some problems today. Got in a little early last night. Got in at about 1 o'clock. It's great. So I got in. I prepped my gear best I could, and got up in the morning, solved some problems with that iPad that was updating software, got on the road, and had a successful shoot. Shot from 10 to about 2:45. Building this kind of clientele and building a real estate photography and architectural photography business, it lays itself out and describes itself as you begin to uncover it. So I didn't know how I was going to do that, but I built a bunch of vision boards, and I firmly believe that life becomes what you think about. So yeah, I read the books, of course. I read this book a lot, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And I read some things and do some things. Who doesn't, right? Because what it comes down to is we have to secure our financial future. And we, as older adults, have to ensure that we have a way to earn income as we age. Social Security, the rising costs of housing, healthcare, and all of the costs associated with living in the States has really put us all in a situation where we need to build something that ensures that we can continue to earn into your later years. So today was working with a client. Now she'll get her photos, her proofs in 72 hours. Then within 72 hours after that, I generally deliver. So it's generally 6 days from the time that I shoot it until you receive your product. So, yeah, I didn't know any of this stuff. And slowly over time, through, multiple courses and YouTube and things of that nature, I've been able to build this photography business. But of course, as we've discussed, I also have a day job. So now it's about 4:15, and I am readying myself to change my hat and go to work for Vixo, which is a great job. It's been really good to me over the years, but of course, I need to let go of that. So again, uh, this is all about documenting that transition process as I transition into my older age, and uh, from being an employee into being a business owner that serves clients and has his own thing. And well, I am, I'm really done with working for somebody else. And as scary as it all is, I just keep doing it. I just keep leaning into building my business, and that's what I'm all about. So I executed again. I don't ask how to do it. I don't fret about it. I just hang it out there, lean into it, and get her done. So I think that's it. Right on. Until next time. Yeah, until my next video. All right.